Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 Let's Play. So, we finally got to where we found Sonic, so now Silver's hot on his trail, but Amy seemed to intervene, so now Silver has to go and find Sonic himself. He has no idea where he is, but we'll try to find him as best as we can. So, folks, you're going to hear this, you probably heard this a million times, but, I'm going to say it again, here comes the apology. I know, I do apologize a lot. Maybe some of you care, maybe some of you don't. I don't care. I'm not implying that you guys are heartless bastards or anything like that. Just saying that, yesterday I really couldn't upload this part because of, with my cable provider, we actually got rid of some things with our internet and whatnot, so, I had no internet yesterday, so there was no possible way I can upload this part on Tuesday, so, uploading it today will be just as good, and I'll upload the next Unleash Part 2, so, the whole schedule will keep it, inconsistent with each other, consistent with each other, not inconsistent. It almost sound like I said inconsistent. Whoopsies. But anywho, folks, this part right here is going to be nothing but side missions, just like with Sonic's part. We're not going to be doing anything to progress the plot whatsoever. We're just going to be doing a lot of side missions because, once you get to this section with Amy, there's about 5 side missions that you can do. I mean, literally, 5 side missions. I ain't joking. And I'm only going to be doing 4 out of the 5 because silly me forgot that there was another side mission that in the city that you can do, but I forgot to show it off. At least in this part. I do show off the side mission later, and once we get to it, I'll tell you, if it's the one I skipped or not. But anywho, as we could see, we're doing the Soleon Lost Boys missions again, except being Sonic the Hedgehog, we're being Silver the Hedgehog. And, they're in different locations from what Sonic had. And, this one, I'm not going to lie, kind of took me the longest to do because, I just never test played Silver the Hedgehog. So I had a hard time figuring out where all the Soleon Lost Boys were and everything like that. So if I remember, I don't really get that good of a grade. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I do get a D. Because just frankly, I can't remember where the hell the kids are most of the time. This pattern that they're in it's really not that memorable. It really isn't. So, make sure you practice this, and then when you go on to a final result on it, make sure you know all the locations, because frankly, this is probably not the best demonstration to show off where all the Soleana boys are, because seriously, I have no idea where they are. And unfortunately, since we're playing as Silver the Hedgehog, there's no gems that we can, abuse, and Silver's top speed isn't really that fast, so yeah, it just makes this whole side mission just more monotonous than it should be. Come back here, you little fucker. There we go. And they still yelp like little Chihuahua dogs. So yeah, just got really nothing else to say really, because just a bunch of side missions and whatnot. But I will go over this. Last part, I didn't really explain why I hate why the certain cutscene that we saw of Mephiles and Blaze and Silver all in the room. Mephiles explaining who the Iblis trigger is, of why I hate that cutscene. One of the main reasons is why is because Silver's a fucking dolt in this game. I shit you not. He is seriously a fucking dolt in this game. Because this demon-eyed, no-mouth weirdo comes out of nowhere and tells, Silver the Hedgehog, like, oh, this guy's the Iblis trigger. I mean, he showed Sonic, like, in a fiery background, which is the equivalent of just showing someone a picture and saying, hey, this guy stole the cookie from the cookie jar. And Silver doesn't question it whatsoever. That's what pisses me off so much. I mean, yeah, he's supposed to be, insecure and, naive and everything like that. But come on, that is just plain stupidity. And, what pisses me off, too, is that Blaze the cat, this is Blaze the cat. She's supposed to be, the smart one and everything like that. But no, she doesn't question anything whatsoever. She's like, okay, just like that. She doesn't question anything whatsoever. Or even tells Silver, like, hey, maybe you should really think about this. Because, Silver the Hedgehog, the only time he'll ever question anything is that, to kill a man, is it right, outweigh the needs of the many, or the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, that type of shtick. And I just don't understand that whatsoever. I just really don't. Don't understand why he just doesn't ask at all. He just goes with it. And there's never a point in the story where he ever asks Mephiles his motivations. And another problem I have, too, is with Mephiles himself. Mephiles, to me, well, he does have the demon demigod look down very well and everything like that. But, just with someone who is, who has something, physic breaking as, the ability to time travel and doesn't fully potentially use that. I'm sorry, you're not an effective villain if you don't take the full potential of what you have and don't use it. That's not a good villain. That's just stupidity. And I think Mephiles falls very flat because of that. It's just Silver the Hedgehog is just an idiot in this whole entire story. Because even with, because there is, I will admit, there is one tiny point where he asks, why does Sonic want to destroy the world? Mephiles, we'll see later in Silver's story that Mephiles will completely ignore him and try to change the subject. And Silver doesn't ask anything about it whatsoever. It's, Blaze the cat, it's just, the problem with, Blaze the cat is, she stays completely silent throughout the whole thing. I love Blaze the cat. I really do. I love her in this game. She's my second favorite character to play as, but how she's written in here, it's just god awful. She's supposed to be, God, I'm trying to think of something like more of a, I guess you would say Silver's Sherlock Holmes Watson, I guess. I'm not too sure. Maybe there's something better out there that can use as an analogy, but just she's supposed to be there to to back him up, but she doesn't do that whatsoever. And because of that reason, she falls flat just like Silver does, and tumbling all together when you have one idiot psychic hedgehog, an idiot cat, and also not an effective villain, the equation equals up to utter just stupidity. It really does. It's so goddamn awful. It really is. Also, since I was ranting on and going on a lot, I'm not too sure if my video had some sort of hiccup in it or something like that. I'm not too sure until I actually see the final product, because, guys, the computer I'm using is utter crap, so sometimes a video will stop, or sometimes the audio when I'm recording in Audacity, I should say, likes to stop. So, if that happens, guys, I apologize, because I don't know. Something like that also happened last time, the first time I did the LP of Sonic 2006 with Silver the Hedgehog story. There was a humongous chunk that just didn't record of Silver the Hedgehog story, and because of that, I had to redo his story all over again, and it was a pain in the ass. Thank God hopefully I don't have to do that again, because seriously, Silver the Hedgehog just gives me so much shit all the time. His story gives me shit, and even the recording of his story gives me shit. But going on more of a Sonic 06 subject here is that, last part I did explain, something that an effective Sonic character in the Sonic franchise to me is like, yeah, they can have their own gimmick, but they must have speed also. It's just, I have to kind of revise that a bit because, I don't know, maybe some of you didn't understand me, or just that my word choice that I, chose wasn't the best. But, let me just explain this to you guys, is that, for the longest time, Sonic the Hedgehog, to me, he's always been about speed platforming. And, speed is a defining trait for the Sonic the Hedgehog universe. So, something like that should be with every single Sonic character. Now, some of you may be thinking that, well, Ethan, if everybody else has speed just like Sonic, what makes Sonic so special? Well, to tell you the truth, guys, there's a lot of things that Sonic has that I think, makes him stand out, makes him his own individual. He has the homing attack, the light speed dash. He gets the triangle jump in Sonic Heroes, and the wall jump, the stomp, and whatnot. He has all these certain attributes that none of the characters have. Tails, he can run fast, but he can also fly. And you also have Knuckles, who can glide and who is stronger than Sonic, who could break through certain objects, and he could also climb on walls. And for those people who like the mech shooting in Sonic Adventure 2 and like the treasure hunting missions or anything like that, kudos to you guys. I'm not going to judge you if you really love that type of gameplay, but just, to me, Sonic just needs to have speed in it. That's my opinion. Sonic just needs to have speed and all that stuff. Because without that, it doesn't feel like a Sonic the Hedgehog game to me. That's why I love Blaze in this game and everything like that, because, I've already explained why I love Blaze the cat so much. Like in the very first part of Silver the Hedgehog's story, she has, she goes almost just as fast as Sonic. She has a reliable double jump, a great spin attack, and even a bit of a homing attack herself too. And, that's doing a character right, giving them their own little attributes, but also keeping speed in them. And unfortunately, none of the other characters in this game, have that. So they fall flat on their face because of that. And, guys, it's just... because we have all these treasure hunting stuff and mech shooting gameplay mechanics and gameplay styles and whatnot, it's just that, it really brings me to a point, a disclosure that, Sega just has Sonic. That's it. Sega only has like Sonic the Hedgehog left. I'm purely serious about it, because Sonic is definitely the most popular IP that Sega has. But I mean, seriously, guys, when was the last time any other Sega IP came out over the recent years? I mean, we have the Night series, and we have Nights into Dreams. Nights Journey of Dreams, I think it was called. Those are the only two Nights games. When was the last time we had a Toe Jam and Earl, Alex the Kid, Space Channel 5, Jet Set Radio and all that, Sabade Amigo? I mean, do you see what I mean? It really brings me to a point that thinking that Sega just has Sonic, and I think that's got to be kind of tiring for Sonic Team, because Sonic Team probably has different divisions, splitting between each project, DIMPs and then just the regular Sonic Team themselves. But, we have a new Sonic game every year. And you know what? I wouldn't really have that much of a problem with it if the games were actually, if the games are good. Because, the games are getting way better. They really are. And, even though I'm skeptic about, Sonic Lost World, I do really wish the game to be very good. I really do, because this is the second time they're changing the whole gameplay and engine mechanics for Sonic again. So, I'm skeptic about it, but I'm also really excited for another Sonic game to come out, and I hope that, it's fun. Because, let me ask you this. When Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing Transformed came out, how many of you guys did you know who Ooh La La was, or I, or Mimi, or maybe, let's see, the Choo Choo Rockets or whatnot? Did you guys know who those characters were, other than the Sonic characters? I mean, seriously, did you guys actually knew who they were and what games were they're from? You probably didn't, because, that Sega only has, Sonic, and, You know, Sega is one of those companies that goes completely out of their way to publish, third-party titles for anybody. I mean, they publish Bayonetta, which is Platinum Games and whatnot, but, I just don't understand how come they can't create their own IPs. And you know what? Sega does have the ability to create their own IPs, but they just don't take full advantage of it. But folks, I will be continuing on through the plot next time, and we will see what we need to do to get to Dusty Desert and find where Sonic has gone. So until then, guys, I'll see you for part 14.